There's nobody that really wins from that except for the people that love to see black men eat each other up and chew each other up and spit each other out. And you got to remember that hip hop, unfortunately, has been turned into, by what I believe is the CIA and other industries that own private prisons, it's been turned into an industry of death. We are in our second generation of what has become the ultimate curse, which has become a type of death music. Not all hip hop, of course. Not all hip hop. Some hip hop is great. You got guys out here like D1 and others that are really doing the damn thing. D1 is confronting the culture. And that's why I love D1. D1 is like a brother to me. I love this guy. I have so much respect for him. So you got guys out here that are like that vibe on this frequency. Those are your leaders. Those are the men that are going to guide us out of this nonsense. Take us out of the abyss. And but in order for us to get out of the abyss, we're going to have to approach the little kids in the group. We're going to have to deal with some of them. Rappers like Future. Future glorifies toxicity. He glorifies drug addiction. None of these things has ever benefited the black community. In fact, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a quick question as you hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button. How many of you have ever had a drug addict in your family? Give me a yes in the chat. If you have either, in fact, let's ask it in a more broader context. Give me a yes in the chat if you have either had somebody in your family addicted to drugs, somebody in your family that went to prison for selling drugs, somebody in your family that was killed over drugs, or whatever. Give me a yes if you've experienced this. And then I want you to reflect on what that felt like. What did it feel like when your mama was on crack and couldn't take care of you? How did you feel when your daddy was so busy with heroin and cocaine that he didn't even pick you up from school? He kept forgetting because his weak ass was out getting high. How many of you? How did you feel when your brother, who could have been an amazing person, who could have went out and did amazing things in his life, is living with your mama and stealing money out of her purse so he can go get more meth or whatever these other drugs, or the more fentanyl? How many of you have ever had to deal with? There's a rapper that I mentor out of Louisville, Kentucky, and I knew his mother. And my heart was broken because he said, hey, Dr. Boyce, I heard about you, because he's a distant cousin, and he'd heard about me and stuff. And I said, yeah, I know your mama. Yeah. How's she doing? And he didn't say much. And he gave me his music. He said, I want you to hear my music. And Dre Priest is his name. And he sent me his music. And the first verse in that song was literally him describing taking his mother to rehab after she overdosed on drugs. And I almost cried when I heard that verse. I almost cried. I cannot imagine how it must feel to be 11, 12 years old and got to take your mama to the hospital because she overdosed on dope. This is just my life, y'all. This ain't even, some of y'all got stories that are 100 times worse.